There we go. Hello Gemini, this is your January 15th to January 31st, 2017 read. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot, that's the back of that one. And for the supporting Oracle deck is going to be the Magical Spells card by Lucy Cavendish. That's the back of those. Is that what we're going for? This? No. I don't even know if that one needs to be out there, but we're going to... You know what, let's start with the overall energy, because this is interesting. Oh! Alright, so... This is a great way to start. Your overall energy is victory, and this Queen of Rods... Rods. It is Rods in this deck, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I keep calling them staves. Basically... You're making the victory. Your action, there's something you want, there's something you're passionate about, there's something you're going for, and you're getting it. And it's working out. Okay, so that's your overall energy. So this is good. Another great reading. A couple other signs had really good ones. I don't think anybody really had a bad one per se so far. But sometimes sometimes things can be a little rough, and I'm just thankful that a lot of these readings seem like they're going extremely well. This is hidden, but we will talk about it after. Okay. So that needs to be there. We're getting a couple upside down cards going on here. So, okay, so this is interesting. Alright. I feel like there's somebody you want to keep in your life, and that's where we're starting, and I just blocked my face. Sorry about that. Interesting. You don't want a situation to end. There's a certain situation you do not want to end. And I feel like you're worried that it might. And you're kind of... I almost feel like it's... I'm getting the thought... Writing is on the wall here. There's a friendship, someone close to you that means a lot to you, and it's becoming a little overburdened. That's a card of burden. It really is. And holding on to things from the past, worried about something that's happened in the past. I almost feel like this might be a fair weather friend that you feel... things flit in and out. Things flit in and out. I almost feel like they might consider you a fair weather friend, and I don't feel like it's something like you're purposely doing. It's just kind of you go from one thing to the next, and it's not like you're trying to do that. But, you know, I feel like you might get a little heat about it in that sense. They might come at you in that way. And it almost like the past, like they're using the past references to say, well, this is why. And it's kind of bothering you. I feel like you're worried that this might end this friendship, and it's not what you want. And you're trying to explain, like, I don't purposely do that. It's just how I am. I'm not avoiding you or anything. It's just my mind goes in a lot of different directions, and I just find myself doing different things at once. I feel like there's a lot of explaining in this part. Okay. Although I'm also getting, like, things are still, like... Things are okay, but I feel like it's a little stressful for you. It bothers you. I'm also getting, like, the person... I think it's a person. They love you. I do feel they love you. And the reason they're saying these things is because it bothers them that this is how this works out. It makes me also kind of feel like you're just two different type of people. I feel like there's a lot of thought and intellect on your side. You go in a lot of different directions at once, and the other might be more steady as it goes, 1, 2, 3, and it's just you're the way you think and go through life. It just doesn't fit that mold, and it's there's nothing wrong with that. It just might be a little bit of maybe a point of contention for this relationship, just because the other person, that's just not naturally how they work. Okay, but they love you. I do feel they love you. Okay. This kind of puts a little strain. I really feel this puts a little strain on the relationship, just basically because I feel like you're two different people. I don't really get like neither is bad, and I don't feel like either of you are doing things purposely to upset the other. But who each of you are naturally, it's not the easiest match. It's not like a Velcro together thing. It's just kind of like, I don't know. I don't really know how I want to put that, because it's not really oil and water, but it's almost like just two things that don't really mesh that well when it comes to like planning things out for life. You have two different ways of going through life and planning and moving ahead in life, and it's just hard for the two of you to see eye to eye on that. Okay. I really feel like you don't really want this to end, though. Whatever it's going on, I don't feel like you want it to end. I also kind of feel like it's not. I feel like things keep going forward, but I think it's a little stressful. Like, there's stress from this. Like, I feel like the reason there's stress is because it's really important for you to keep this person in your life, and you're really trying to do things their way. And I think that's where we're getting here. You're trying your best to do it as much as you can their way. I'm getting like you might overdo it, and you might overtax yourself. I think I'm getting the thought that another conversation might be better, in the sense of like, if there's certain things, there has to be a happy medium where they have to give a little and you have to give a little if you really want this to work out. For example, if they have like certain things need to be done at certain times, it can't be like everything. It can be a certain number of things, and for example, maybe you'll put reminders on your phone or on the calendar to make sure you do them, but it can't be everything. It's just not how you work. It's not fair. But you're willing to meet halfway, and they have to give you some leeway on the other hand to let you do things the way you want to the other half. And you can decide which half is half, but there has to be some like working that out, because while you both go through life different ways, and I feel like you want to work this out and you want this to work. If you want it to be successful longer, you got to be able to do what you want at least half the time. You got to be able to breathe at least half the time. And I even feel like it might be hard for them to go along with that, but I feel like if you plead your case and just help them realize that like sooner or later it's going to end up that way anyway, and if you can just at least do half the things in a way that's comfortable for you, maybe in the long term you can keep it this way, like half and half. There's a lot of nostalgia, a lot of close relationships. This person, like, this has happened before. And when I say this has happened before, it makes me feel like you've tried to do it their way before, and you've held on as long as possible. I feel like this is a reminder that if you just try to bend to their will as much as possible just because you love them, and you just try to do it their way, it's only going to last so long, and you know this. So the compromise at least give you more longevity, and there might have to be some switching up after a while, like every so often it has to be switched up a little bit, something, because you need to keep that alive. That's important to you. Okay. The person, in the long run, when we get closer to the end of this time period, I'm getting like this person isn't leaving your life. But when this is reversed, this is stagnating. This is no change. Nothing is changing. And it's not meant to change. Trust is being built here, though. I feel like the conversation, the trying to work it out, let me at least do half of it in a way that makes me comfortable, that type of thing, that's very strengthening. And I feel like this relationship is important to you. I really do. And I do feel like they feel the same way. I feel like this is... I'm getting a lot of like stress, though, from you. Like, the more you try to do it just their way, like the world reversed, like things are not moving forward. It's making it a little stuffy for you. But I feel like you're trying your best to keep the relationship going, and you're in the mindset of like, this person is worth it. It's okay right now. It's okay because this person is worth it. That's kind of how you're viewing it. But the stress is like going to build. Like there has to be a give and take. There just has to be, or else it's just a matter of time before things just start to like crack a bit. Now, we have a couple things in the environment. We have one card that's upside down. Or I shouldn't say upside down, face down, which... Oh. So, the Destiny card, which is I guess it's kind of hidden So both of you may not realize, but it was on the other person's side. It's on the other person's side of the reading here, which makes me feel like they don't realize that this is important. This needs to happen. They may be very upset and very, like, I'm getting the word disappointed that things are happening the way they are. But it's important. This is how you're learning about each other. This is how you're growing as a couple, as two people together. I did say couple, but keep in mind this is a general read, so this doesn't have to denote that you're in a relationship like that. But this is somebody that means a lot to you. So it's a close relationship, be it however that may be. Best friend, family member, however that is, just a close friend, somebody you very much value, somebody that you look up to, that type of thing. Okay, but this is important. This is what, when this is face down, it makes me think that it's not being acknowledged or it's not being seen by the person it's closest to. And that is the person, it's not you, it's the other person. They're not realizing this is important. Just as important for them as it is for you to learn, to grow, to become stronger, to bring more light into the world. Okay. As we go forward with this, there's something going on their side. Like, I feel like they're also feeling that stress. The health pops up here, which I feel like they're. Now I'm just kind of questioning: is that literally health, or are we talking more about what we're seeing in the card here? Because I'm seeing I'm seeing some weight issues going on here. I'm seeing not taking care of. I'm seeing a person that's not taking care of themselves to a degree where it's impacting their quality of life. That's what I'm saying. So don't take this the wrong way. I mean, some people are just overweight and that's just how it is. And if you're healthy and you're fine, then you're fine. The reason I feel like this is coming up is because it's like, I feel like diabetes, possible heart problems, limited mobility, like it's causing like breathing issues, things like that. Like this person, like remember, this is a general read, but this is denoting like this is impacting somebody's life and they need to change direction. It's not just like being a little overweight or just like everything's fine, it's just a bigger person, because some people are bigger and that's fine. But in this case, I really feel like it's to the point where it's really impacting the life. It's not working out well. It's just like it needs to calm down, or there's going to be repercussions, just physical ones. Nobody's going to do it to this person. It's just what they're putting in their body, or something about the weight I feel like is causing problems. It's not good. And it's really causing a lot of stress on them. And I almost feel like that's kind of like an underlying issue, and it's kind of pushing them forward towards you because they're upset about something about themselves, and they're just kind of venting indirectly towards you. So you're trying to help in all this stuff, and you're doing your thing, thinking it's about the relationship, but I really think what's nagging at this person is something physically is bothering them and causing them pain. It's like a little bit of mental anguish going on there. Okay, again, don't take this the wrong way. Some people are bigger and they live full, happy lives that way, and that's their business. The reason this is coming up is because it's impacting. It's becoming more of an issue at this point, and it needs to be addressed, or there's going to be problems. It's just a fair warning type situation. Okay. Okay. So, is there anything else here that we want to touch base on? I think we touched base on everything. I think the whole thing is, I don't feel like this person is leaving your life. I feel like you're worried that they might. If you want this to be easier on you in the long term, there needs to be a 50-50. Like, they have to give some, you have to give some, but they have to give some too. Like, I just feel like the schedules, the way you go through life isn't matching. And I feel like the 50-50 thing, that will make this a lot easier. It'll give you more longevity. And I feel like you've done this before, if you just go their way and do what they want, it's only going to last so long. And there should be, if this is resonating with you, you should be able to look back and see where this has happened before and you've tried to bend to somebody else's will, and it only lasts so long because you have to be who you are. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct read from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.